We're driving some retro American sedans in BeamNG because the Olds full-size mod is back. This refreshed mod brings two 1980s Oldsmobiles to the game with some very unique configs. This is a classic mod that has recently been refreshed, and the first version of the refresh has just released for free onto the forums. They're calling it a demo, but this mod will always be free with more content to come in the future. So we've got the Oldsmobile Delta 88. This is available both as a sedan or a coupe. Then there's the Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser. This is a station wagon, and look at that shape. It's the quintessential station wagon. It's almost like Marge Simpson's car. Check out the trunk on this thing as well. So when we open the tailgate, the glass folds down into the door. Not sure what purpose that serves, but we do have a very large trunk in here. If we close it, does it also put the glass up? Yes, it does. Interesting feature. These cars were produced throughout the 1980s, starting in 1980. It's a very 80s dash. I love the wood and the leather. May not be the highest quality textures we've ever seen, but you really do feel like you're in a retro sedan. And oh my, look at the red seats in the Delta. That could give you a headache. The vehicles share the same basic chassis, but they also share a choice of 14 different engines. This is a 4.3 litre producing, wait for it, 106 horsepower. Not very much. But we do have custom engine sounds. So driving the Oldsmobile Delta, now you do feel like you're driving a big old barge. The steering is actually pretty heavy and the suspension is quite floaty. There's not much body roll, but you don't really feel the bumps. Look how it's floating, gliding along. 106 horsepower, I'm not expecting much, okay? No kick down on the gearbox there. Wow. I mean, it's the slowest car in the world. You have to admit, it does look cool, though. And even in white with the red interior, I still think this is quite a good-looking car. Any ABS? No, of course we don't. Whoa! Oh, we skidded for ages there. Right, let's try and get up to speed and do a crash test. We're not doing very well so far. Oh, it's a Pessima. Slow motion. Wow. There is a lot of body to be crumpled up there. It's almost like a really inefficient crumple zone. Brakes! My brakes have failed. And there's smoke pouring out of it. But yeah, pretty good crash model. Lots of bits have fallen off. And now let's take the Custom Cruiser for a drive and a crash test. Wow, the steering is very heavy in this thing, but we have nearly 150 horsepower from this 4-litre engine. It's got a lot more power and it sounds a bit better too. Now, because the front end of the car is pretty similar to the Delta, we're going to do a rear end crash test instead. So, 60 miles per hour into an ETK, slow motion. Whoa. Now, I like the crash model back there. Look at how the whole body has deformed. For a real-world car mod, it doesn't get much better than that, really, does it? Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. There's a big spiky thing coming out of it there. That's not good, but overall it's not bad. The mod features two vehicles with a total of 118 configs between them. There are 48 for the Custom Cruiser and 70 for the Delta. There is so much to check out between both of the vehicles. Pretty much everything you can imagine is in here. But let's quickly talk about the history of this mod because it's quite interesting. So the mod was originally called the Codename Olds Full-Size Mod. It was a generic 1980s American sedan based on Oldsmobiles. It was unbranded, so it could be released on the repo, but as an add-on pack, there was the American 80s full-size mod. That added both of the cars you see in-game now, as well as the Oldsmobile 98 Regency, the Chevrolet Caprice, and the Chevrolet Impala. All of those cars share the chassis and the engine parts because they're all GM vehicles. The other cars are coming back to the refresh in future updates, but as a throwback, they've even included the original Olds full-size mod that was was available on the repo. I'm sure many people downloaded the mod from the repo without realizing there was an add-on pack with all those branded vehicles. But no brands on this at all. Looks really cool in black with these kind of blacked out headlights too. Let's see what they look like with the full beams on. Pretty cool. It's a nice looking car and it's great to see it being included in the mod. This is the Delta 88 Coupe and I love the look of it because look at this rear window. It's pretty much straight up vertical. That's crazy. And then have we got a lot of trunk space? Yes, we do. We've even got a spare tire in there. What about interior features? Well, we have these warning light displays here. At the moment, it's showing that the parking brake is on, but if the engine oil temperature gets too hot, that will light up, things like that. We also have, if I turn the lights on and then open the door, turn the engine off, it beeps to warn us that the lights are still on. Oh, if I close the door, will it go away? I think it stops. Yeah, good. And then in the back seat of the wagon, there's a little button up here which can fold down the seats. Isn't that cool? Now we've got a huge amount of space in here. I mean, you could camp in this thing. Look at that. It's just as well because there's so many different types of load you can put into the trunk, including career modes, cargo boxes. So this mod does support career mode. When the tailgate is closed, you can actually drop it down. So it can open multiple ways. And then you've got a flat floor to load stuff in. And finally, the engines have a little bit more detail in terms of customization than most of the vanilla cars. You can see under intake here, we've got coolant tubes, EGR valves, engine fans, oil caps. You can change these out for different types of parts to increase or decrease performance. The mods are stuffed with real-world factory configs. For example, the Royale Brabham Coupe. This is the luxury version of the Delta 88 Coupe, but for the first time this mod has the real variants of the car you could buy from the factory, and there's so many of them across so many different model years and so many different engines. Well, first impressions of this config are, we've got avocado seats. That's worse than the red somehow. This is a car made for cruising, but what's it like on a twisty road? Let's find out. Get round the traffic. We haven't got much overtaking performance. I can drop it into second. Go! Oh my goodness. It's weird. That gearbox really lets the car down, but you know what? The handling is better than you'd think. I say as I wreck that ETK off the side of the road, but yeah, it's kind of flat handling, weirdly. Whoa! No, understeer is a problem though. I would like the body to roll a bit more so you can tell when the car is going to lose grip. But here we go into a corner again. Whoa, I'm not going that fast. I'm really not going that fast, and we are understeering like crazy. Oh look, the Coupe firm ride and handling package. This should be sportier, but let's see. Right, first corner. Here we go. Turn in. Turn. Oh. Oh, no. Hard to say so far. Oh, my goodness. It's really weird. Why won't you kick down, you stupid gearbox? Nothing. I don't know. No real difference here at all. It still feels very uncertain on the road. Damn. The mod also has a lot of rusty and beta parts, both for the engines and the bodies. Now, this is the cruiser beta. It's looking a bit worse for wear, and we're carrying a fridge on the top, and then in the trunk, if it'll even open, yes it does, we got loads of junk. In fact, there's loads of junk all over this car, even a little Burger King cup in the front. Oh dear. And this one's called the Uncle Buck, and there's something bad going on with that rear suspension. Look at that. Right, let's try and start the Custom Cruiser's engine. Come on. Come on, rev it. Go. Yes! Off we go. Right, keep it going. Let's try not to stall. Now, just seeing out of this car is a bit of a challenge because of that broken hood and also all the muck on the windscreen. I guess some of these are meant to be like barn finds, but we're carrying a fridge on the top, so I don't know. Is someone using this as their daily driver? I hope not. Can we go down here? I think we can. Whoa, the smoke coming out the back. We were almost drifting it then. I can hear the tires going. Can we do a drift in this thing? Come on. First gear. Go. No. No chance. Handbrake? Yeah, epic. Right, come on then, Uncle Buck. Let's see. Oh, it's more powerful. We're actually getting wheel spin in this thing. Oh, over the curb. Keep it going. Yeah, listen to that exhaust. Oh, I like the steering wheel. Look at that. Quite a high-class steering wheel, considering the car. Whoa! It's not very high-class, but it's pretty powerful. Watch what happens when I touch the brakes. Watch the rear suspension. Ready? Look at that! We are bouncing off the ground. I like how this is the fastest config we've driven so far. That is crazy, but it's... Wow, we are really motoring. Up to 90 miles per hour. Brakes, come on. Oh, there's no brakes at all. What the heck? Oh, fit through the gap. How do we make it through there? No idea. Turn. Turn. Oh, but if you love Rusty or beta configs, this mod is for you. There's so much content. The Delta also has a crash test config. This has a crash test livery, and inside there's a couple of dummies. I want to see how realistically they react to the crash. I'm not sure what dummy mod is included with this mod. It might be Agent Wise or whoever's, I don't know. But let's see what this is like in a 60 mile per hour crash test. Getting this thing to 60 miles per hour is not difficult. It does have 160 horsepower. Right, slow motion. Went in a bit early there, but we can zoom in. Have a look at the dummies. Oh, wow. Hands up in the air, like they just don't care. But the seats have collapsed. All the bits have flown off. There goes the hood. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do like we've got this crash test config. There is actually a secret third body style in the mod. For the Delta, you can have a removable hardtop convertible body. Now that means you can remove the roof and it becomes, well, I suppose, a Targa. Although, if you rolled this thing over, I don't think it'd be very safe. What about service vehicles? Well, the custom cruiser has a lot. We've got everything from a hearse, a taxi, the Newsmobile, which I guess broadcasts live news reports. Then we've got the ambulance. Over here, we've got the fire chief and the tuned police car, but look at this, we've got Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters, except it's the Ghostbusters 2016 remake. That's the one with the all-female cast, and yeah, that went really well, that film. The detail's pretty cool on here, though. Look at all the equipment on the roof, and then in the trunk, we've got a stretcher and some more equipment down the side, and the siren isn't too far away from Ecto 1, I suppose. Driving this thing through a city does feel pretty cool, though. Although, we've got both a yellow light at the front and, whoa, red and blue at the back. Uh-oh, I've damaged Ecto 1. Now, the Delta does have a lot less in terms of service vehicle configs. We do have the FBI car and a normal police car. Over here, we've got a sheriff's car, and then there's some pop culture references. This is the Blues Brothers, I think the Bluesmobile, I think they call it, and it's a retired police car. You can see all the different elements have been scrubbed out on there. And then the Highway Patrol Deputy Stigson car. This is from Crash Boom Punk, which is a YouTube channel that does BeamNG videos. Open the door, and we've actually got a dummy of the Stig. Does he actually move? The steering wheel, he does. Wow, that's cool. This thing has 841 horsepower. It's pretty powerful. So let's take Deputy Stigson onto the highway. Sirens on. Listen to that exhaust. Wow, and it's quick. Oh no, we're inside the Stig's head. Can we move forward a bit? There you go, that's better. So stage 2 supercharger, 841 horsepower. What's the top speed going to be? We've just changed up again. I like the dashboard as well. It's nice and, I don't know, metallic, stainless steel, corrugated thing. Oh, we're capping out at 193. Can I hold on? Wow, we're turning around there pretty well. Brakes. No, that's bad. That's bad. But I do like that the dummy mod, whoa, was included in this mod pack. Oh dear, Stig's looking a bit worse for wear. The mod does also have customizable light bars, so you can switch out any of these lights for, well, a different array of colors and light patterns. The mod also has 10 different derby configs spread across both vehicles. They range from the quite tame to the ridiculous. Look at the exhaust stacks coming out the hood of these vehicles. They are crazy. Now we're going to drive the purple full weld Derby Cruiser. I think that's its official name. Look at all the stuff down here. Oh, this is great. And I think if I just go free roam actions, AI, and then random, they will drive. Yep, they're going on the Derby track. Nice. Okay, so we've just got to keep up with them and actually see beyond the smoke. They're driving pretty well so far. Okay, we're not last anymore. No, I've been pit. Right, I'll get them back for that. Come on. Look at all the dust. This is bad. Oh no, there's been a crash. Can't see where we're going. Whoa, steering is very imprecise on the dirt. So there's about as much derby content in the mod as there is, like, rusty or beta configs, which is great. I love the... Oh, come on. I love the variety of content in this mod. That's one of its biggest plus points. Oh, no. The engine's dead. What's happened to the exhaust under there? I didn't know there was an exhaust there. Right, let's see if we can make it over the jump. I've really got to build up speed. Stop saying over Everest. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, I don't think any of us actually made the jump. Wow. It's not just derby configs, we also have some off-road content. This is called the Turbo Custom. It's for the Cruiser, and apparently it was produced by Top Gear France, I guess for a challenge. I didn't even know Top Gear France existed. Then we've got the Sergeant Fido's auto repair car. This is a very powerful off-road config with big chunky tires, and in the trunk, we've got a spare transmission and a spare engine block. There's the Delta off-road sedan. This thing looks like a serious piece of kit. It's done really well, and if we look at this little sign on the front, it's an 80s Olds with pickup truck axles, rent for $125 a day from TJ's Off-Road World. I like the look of it, and it's in khaki green. Nice. And finally, there's a Gambler 500 config. It's called the Cruiser Death Trap. It's the highest up on the suspension out of any of them. Look at these twisted exhausts. Wow, and these wheels, are they Chivetta wheels? I don't know. We've got a really nice looking flag at the front, Gambler 500 decals, and a bottle of pop on the dashboard. Oh, and I think it was a converted hearse. Wow, that's nice. Which one do we take out? You know what? I think the Sergeant Fido's. Let's go! Now, hopefully we don't lose the engine and the... Okay. The engine's gone, and so's the transmission. We've got 364 horsepower, and when you get kicked down on that transmission, it really flies. I suppose this would be the perfect vehicle for doing the Gambler 500, and that Gambler 500 config is pretty good, but it doesn't have this engine's power. And can it drift? Whoa, actually, we can lock the diffs. Whoa. We can also lock the brakes. Okay. Let's see if we can drift now. Whoa! Nearly flipped it. By the way, Sergeant Fido, I think, was the original creator of the mod. So this might have existed in the original mod. I'm not sure. It could be like a tribute to him. I don't think they have much input in the mod these days. Whoa! A little bit of a drift. Bit more of a drift. Oh, but in general, this car is just a really tough and durable off-roader. And by the way, the Top Gear France one actually has one of the diesel engines included in this mod. These cars were fitted with diesel engines, at least for some of the model years. I had no idea America really ever started producing diesel cars. The Delta has some lowrider configs, and on the right we have the normal lowrider. Really nice looking paint, quite small wheels, but we can get it to hop, and we've got the bizarre looking aerial thing at the back. Now we can get this thing to hop from the rear, hop from the front. We can do raise all, which is Shift and G. Make it ride really, really high. And basically, it's just a typical lowrider. But what isn't a typical lowrider is this. The Lowrider Extreme. It has a V6 engine, which sounds very nice. Again, custom engine noise. But now if I press hop all, whoa! We jump so high. The hydraulics on this thing have been turned up to 11. Now raise all. How high can we go? Look at that! Oh, that's weird. The brake disc has separated from the wheel. Wow. Whoa! Can we hop as we drive? Here we go. Bang. Jump over the fence. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No! Oh, it's good though. It's really powerful. Now we're at the West Coast USA racetrack with the custom tuned variants. We've got the Tuner Hearse. This thing has about 300 horsepower and a supercharger. On the roof, we've got a drawing that isn't anime. Wow, that is quite hard to believe in this day and age with BeamNG mods, but I do love the look of this thing. Nice purple paint on it too. Then there's the custom. This has 500 horsepower, but no supercharger. We've got tinted blue windows, and I love the wheels. I mean, this thing Well, it looks pretty modern, I'd say. Does it look as modern as the Resto mod, though? Well, you be the judge. This is the Resto mod, 634 horsepower. It is yellow all over. It's like looking at a bumblebee. And then in the trunk, have we got anything special? Oh, nitrous. Very nice. Slightly modernized interior. Not sure what this panel is down here, but we've got, again, the metallic dash and some very nice looking gauges which light up in red. I love that. Right, time for the track test. Nitrous on. ESC into sport mode. Have we got sport gearbox? No, we don't. Drive it is. Let's go. Whoa, slow to start. Naturally aspirated again, so no turbo lag, but we do have a lot more torque higher up. Listen to that engine. Brakes. Oh, no ABS. Come on, round the corner. Kick down. Go. It does sound good, though. We've got beefed up suspension. We've got sport tyres. Better brakes. Oh, dear. That's the first time we've done a proper drift in this thing, and it's kind of uncontrollable. This corner should be a good test. Brakes are very good now. Hit the apex just about. Holding on for dear life. This car... Oh, its turning circle's not good. Kick down. Oh, that gearbox. We need a manual. We're really draining the nitrous tank now. We're less than half. Up to 140, 150 miles per hour. Very good top speed on this thing. Very good brakes too, but I braked a little bit too late. Come on. Right, into second. Kick down more. Come on. Corkscrew corner time. I'm keeping it in second. So we retain all the power from the engine. Brake. Oh my goodness, those brakes. Whoa, we're drifting. No! It's so drifty. We're going to try it again, not go quite as fast. This is not a race car, though. Oh, hit the apex. Good. Okay. Oh, don't lose control. Wow. It's not terrible, but it's not great. What about the Delta? Well, this is the Grand Sport Custom. It's the coupe, and it has 800 horsepower with a supercharged engine. Listen to this. Really nice V8 sound. There's the Resto mod, only has 200 horsepower, unlike the Cruiser, but I really like the little sign on here showing all the different details. Special offer, 200,000 down to 150, so still not that cheap. Then there's a pace car and a race car. Again, we've got little Stiggy in there with Top Gear France on here, so I'm not even sure if this actually is from Top Gear France. But anyway, let's drive the Grand Sport Custom first. And we have a manual gearbox. Oh yes. So nitrous is on. We've got a very small steering wheel. This thing feels really, really good. Oh, into the corner and floor it. It is quick. That nitrous is brilliant. Look at the floppy gear stick. Oh, I love it. So the handling is good. It's not as drifty as you'd expect. That's because the supercharger doesn't really kick in until you're really gunning it. So if you feather the throttle, you can still get a lot of power. Oh, it's glorious. Fourth gear, already up to 140, 170 miles per hour over the crest. Apparently this thing can do over 300 kilometers per hour. The brakes could be a little bit better though. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, we actually hit the wall. Right, corkscrew corner test. I'm hoping for good things here. Accelerate down here. We're not going to take it easy. We're going to push this thing really hard. Okay, into the corner. Go. Drifting again. Yeah, manual gearbox hasn't helped. Take it a bit easier. Brake in. Turn. Oh, missed the apex completely, but we made it round. It's a bit of a handful. Can we drift it properly now, though? I mean, it does have a manual gearbox, so second gear. Whoa. Maybe. I'm not sure. First gear might be better. I'd say yes, you can. You just need to practice quite a bit. Okay, let's quickly drive the race car. Again, we've got a manual gearbox and a very interesting looking livery on this thing. What does it say? The Fine Modding for Connoisseur R162. Backer Playgrounds. Not sure what this is. I guess it's a reference to something from BeamNG, maybe? Now, instantly, this car feels a lot more grippy, a lot more suited to the track. I mean, is this like a really old school NASCAR kind of vehicle, maybe? It's not powerful enough, I don't think. Yeah, my foot is to the floor. 421 horsepower. Oh, there you go. Right, after 5,000 RPM, the power does start. But between about 3 and 4, there's nothing. Whoa, we're drifting. Accelerate. Go. Wow, it's slow. 80, I mean, my foot is to the floor. We're barely accelerating now. 5,000 RPM though, and off it goes. That's weird. That's really weird. Hopefully the brakes are better. Yeah, they don't feel terrible. We've got brake fade coming in though. Whoa, into third gear. It's very grippy. It's just so slow. What about into the corkscrew? Here we go. Come on. Oh, that handles so much better. It's way more predictable, way easier to drive. You made up for it, race car. You're a bit slow, but you're fun to drive still. Now, it wouldn't be a classic American car mod without some drag configs. And we've got the custom cruiser drag config with a stage 4 supercharger and 1,700 horsepower. This is a powerful beast. In the other lane, we're racing against the Delta budget drag. It only has 870 horsepower, but it weighs a lot less. So, let's see how these cars compare. Right, rev, and let's go. Whoa! We just did a wheelie and we're off. Way quicker than the other car. 150, 165 by the end. 8.5 seconds in a drag race is really, really good. We hit the line at 158, although they were doing 145, which isn't bad, and only came about 1.1 seconds behind us. So in any other race, that car would have done really well, but this is insane. So that was the Olds full-size refresh mod for BeamNG. I hope you enjoyed me showcasing all the content this mod has to offer, and it'll be updated in the future, so I'll come back to this mod very soon when they add things like the Chevrolets that were originally in the old mod. Let me know what you think of this mod in the comments, and if you'd like to see another classic American sedan mod for BeamNG, click the video on screen right now. It's the 1978 Cadillac Fleetwood, and that thing really is a big old barge. But that's all from me, and I'll see you soon for some more simulator adventures.